Also, before I start this set, Donovan, 410, IT guy and hybrid athlete, is the first person to put their profile photo on the daily cardio. So now I know what it looks like. It looks like a tank.
What's up, y'all? It's been a while, so I thought I'd give you an update. I actually had a comment from Justin that asked, how many days did I take off after the 30K race that I did? And the answer is probably a month and a half. I ran a few times, but I didn't stop moving. I didn't stop working out. I didn't stop training. I kind of converted for a little bit. The reason being is not only did I run that 30K, but in June I did my thing that I do every year for my birthday, and that is run the amount of miles of the birthday that I am turning by June 29th. So this year I turned 47 on June 49th, and so I had to run 47 miles before June 29th, starting on June 1st. And so with that being said, I beat that challenge, and I think the last 2 or 3 races I did, or 3 runs I did, were pretty long distance runs. I also used them as training for the upcoming ultra marathon, which was supposed to be a 50K, but it got turned to a 30K during the heat. But anyhow, so the point is, in June, I ran a tremendous amount of miles. July, I ran a tremendous amount of miles. And then August, I ran a decent amount of miles. And so what I decided to do to change things up, to let my knees, my ankles, my legs have some time to heal, because I pounded the hell out of them. After all, I switched the routine, but I didn't want to lose my calorie burn for the day. And so what I did is I kind of switched back to more of the weightlifting and functional fitness sort of aspect of my training, which I was doing during these long marathon trainings, but obviously because of the type of race, my primary training was long distance running and running a lot of time on feet. So I've kind of swapped that now, let my lower half heal up, but I'm not giving it time off. What's up, y'all? At work today, I had a very unexpected shout out, if you will. At work, I have 3 monitors, and I have the ability to listen to podcasts and YouTube videos while working. And I had Team Richie on today. And imagine my surprise when I hear him giving me a shout out in a recent video, because I was the first person to put a profile picture on the daily cardio app. So if that doesn't motivate me to get my ass kicked by today's daily cardio, I don't know what will. Because of this bad boy. We'll go over that in a minute. So anyhow, what I've done is I've converted to riding my mixed fitness bike a lot more. Not as much as I should, but I'm riding it more than I did in the past. And then basically I'm doing the daily cardio app, which that was kind of cool to get a shout out on that. So I've been doing that daily cardio app, which should just be called Get Your Ass Kicked in 12 Minutes, because it kicks your ass in 12 minutes with very little weight, most of it's body weight, or a few dumbbells. So check that program out. It's helped me tremendously in just the 2 weeks I've been doing it. So anyhow, what I've been doing is more functional fitness and rucking and weighted plate walks. So I'm still getting miles, 2 miles in, but I'm not running. I'm rucking or doing the weighted vest. So I figured what I would do is just give you a quick rundown of my home gym here. A lot of these dumbbells actually go back years. I just acquired those little barbells, and the weights are old, as you can tell. I just purchased these off of somebody on Facebook Marketplace, basically $1 a pound. And then that allowed me to build those out with parts I already had. And I just recently got the medicine ball, but we're going to give you just a brief synopsis of everything I have and basically what I do when I come into my garage. So for my functional fitness routine, I basically come into my garage, look at what I have, tell myself I got to do something with every piece of equipment I have. That something is usually 3 sets of 10 reps of whatever. So I'll come out here and I'll warm up. I'll do some like straight arm lateral raises with the 10 pound or the 15 pound dumbbells that are over there. And then I'll switch to doing some arm curls with pauses in the break. I got, what are those, 20 pound dumbbells. I got 35 pounds that I do more dumbbell routines. Got some super cheap Dollar General 10 pound kettlebells. They're plastic. They get the job done. Do fireman carries with these up and overs on the box. And I will post at the end of this video just what my routines are with this equipment. Just to give you guys a full idea. This isn't really a, here's my routine. This is just kind of showing you what I'm doing with my stuff here, because I no longer go to the gym. I canceled my gym membership. It was just too hard. It's just easier for me with my busy schedule. As you can imagine, like this video, it's all over the place because my schedule's all over the place. And so in order to go to the gym, you got a 15-minute trip there, 15-minute trip back, shower, plus the hour there. It eats up a lot of time. Whereas I can just walk out here, and this current functional fitness routine takes me about 120 minutes if I do everything. And so that's 120 minutes here, go inside, take a shower, and I can kind of work out here anytime I want. The neighbors pretty much know me as the crazy guy who's carrying heavy stuff up and down the street at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night because, well, it is Florida. But anyhow, so here's what we have. This is currently configured for 50 pounds sandbag. I do have a 30 pound I can slip in there, but I'm not there yet. And this sandbag did come with, I think, another 10 or 20 pound bag, which I do not have inflated. I think I did a review video on this when I first got it. I got this off of Amazon. I think it was around 60 bucks. It's the RDX sandbag. I just recently kind of named this the sack of potatoes because it's brown and it's heavy. And so I tell myself it's time to go carry the sack of potatoes. What I do with this is I will pick it up, start it on the back of my shoulders. If I go out and walk around the entire block, that's a half mile. If I go out, go down, hang a left, go down the end of the street, turn around, come all the way up the street and turn around, it's about a quarter of a mile. And so more often than not, lately I've been doing 2 quarter-mile walks with that, but I also do half-mile loops, and my personal record is a full mile without putting that on the ground. Not saying I didn't stop walking, but I never put it down. So I've gone a full mile unbroken with this. And so I do that quite a bit. Now, when I did my Amazon review, someone asked me to update the review a few months later because they were concerned with this thing blowing out when you drop it. I've dropped this thing from my shoulders, so 6 feet in the air, onto the ground multiple times. Not only has the bag not busted a seam, not only have none of the straps ripped, which, by the way, this bag literally has straps everywhere. So as you're manipulating this thing across your shoulders, your back, you're moving it from your back to a single shoulder, whatever way you need to manipulate this thing, there are straps available for you to grab onto. And yeah, so this has not busted open. The 50-pound sandbag has not busted open. As a matter of fact, again, which I don't think I said as a matter of fact this many times in years, but anyhow, as a matter of fact, about 3 weeks ago, I kind of had a question about how difficult is this routine? Am I going too easy on myself? Is it moderate? Is it good? And so I asked my co-host Mike from the What's in Your Head podcast to come over, and he joined me and he did the workout. We actually worked out for 200 minutes that night. We crushed it, and he said it was a good workout. And the reason I bring that up is we did a full mile with this at 50 pounds where we swapped back and forth. So instead of putting it down, I would carry it a while and hand it to him. And so that worked out well too, especially with all the straps. This is my second newest purchase. This is one of those things I truly, really wanted, because I used to carry just around literally a store-bought sandbag from a hurricane we had for months. And I also got my 70-pound bucket. So this is one of those things I wanted, but you know, in the back of your head, I'm like, will I use it? The answer is yeah, I use this every time I work out. This isn't just a once in a while thing. I literally carry this up and down the street like a psycho 3 times a week. So I like it. Price is great. Obviously it didn't come with the sand. Go to Lowe's, get yourself some playground sand because it has no moisture and it won't grow mold. That's actually what they recommended. And by the way, that bag of playground sand's like $4, so not expensive at all. So that is my sandbag. The newest item to the gym here is my plyo box, which I also had been wanting for a while. And this is another Amazon brand. It's called Ultra Fitness Gear. It has a 24-inch box. This direction, it's 20 inches. So that's a 20-inch box. And then if I rotate it straight up, that's a 30-inch box. What I do with this, and once again, and so I'll usually start with a warm-up with up and overs on 20-inch box. And so when I say up and over, I literally step up. So that's one. Rotate, step back down, and that's still one. Step up, that's two. Rotate, step down, that's two. So when I say 10 up and overs, it's technically 10 up and over. So up, over is one, up, over is two. So technically on the bottom, it may say 10 up and overs, but truthfully it's more like 20 because of the motions. And so I'll do that on a 20-inch box, and then I'll flip it up on a 24-inch edge, like that. And then I'll grab those 10-pound kettlebells and do up and overs. Once again, I grab the fireman's carry, step up, walk across, turn around, step down, one, step up with the opposite leg. So if the first one, if I put my right leg up first, the second one, I'm going to put my left leg up first and raise myself up. So I'll do 10 of those, i.e. 20. And then what I usually do is I'll do jumps. I'll do box jumps. I'll jump up, land on it, rotate, step down, jump up, rotate, step down. That'll be one. And I'll do that 10 times. And then I basically, in between movements, I'll do variations of up and overs, whether it's with the 10-pound, sometimes with the 30-pound sandbag on my shoulder. I'll just put that sandbag on, I'll step up, turn around, step down, one, step up, turn around, step down, two, all the way up to 10. Do 3 sets of 10 reps, which technically they're 20s, so you can do the math on that. And so I usually put the box in between a rep of whatever weights I'm doing. So I'll do 10 sublimation arm curls while standing up with the 35 pounds, do 10 for left arm, 10 for right arm, put them down, go out and do some sort of up and over on the box. If I'm not doing up and over on the boxes, I grab the sandbag and do a loop, bring it back, do an arm routine, take the sandbag, do a loop or a quarter depending on the day, come back, grab a weight, do the upper body, and then I go from the sandbag to the ruck. Same thing. Do a loop with the ruck, come back, take it off, maybe do an easy curl bar, 10 reps, put it down, put the sack back on, do another loop, do that 3 times. Same thing with the weighted vest. Another half mile. Do some sort of weight motion, take the weighted vest, do a loop. And so basically, as I said, I come in here and make sure I touch every piece of equipment, including this bucket. I actually use the bucket for incline push-ups. Not carrying it around right now just because I'm already carrying enough crap, but I use that for my incline push-ups. And last but not least, the last newest thing I got is this Amazon Essentials 35-pound kettlebell. I like it. I will say the handle is pretty damn beefy. I'm 6'5". I got a relatively large hand. So if you're strong but have small hands, I guess you could use this kind of like it almost as a wide grip kettlebell. But it does have a beefy handle on that. Since that's new to my arsenal, if you will, I'm still learning different exercises with it. I primarily use it for kettlebell clean and jerks. And that pretty much covers the rig here. That is 220, those 25s? I just bought those. Yeah, so I got Easy Curl Bar. So Easy Curl Bar, I think the bar's about 10 pounds. It might be 15, but more likely 10. I've had it for years. And I just got the plates off of Facebook Marketplace. Those are 25, so you got 10-ish, 25, so that's 60. And then I have 5 on each side, so that's a 70-pound Easy Curl Bar. Your basic standing curls with those. And this guy here, balance is important, right? Fun fact, don't talk about it much anymore, unless you literally see the signs. I was a skateboarder back in the day. Started in 2nd grade, quit when I was 21. I've literally skated everything from half pipes to pools to skate parks. Everything but a whole pipe, essentially. And this is a Vision Double Deck. This is one of the first skateboards where the tail and the nose had the same shape. I got this, actually this came out when I was in 3rd grade. Kid in my neighborhood had one. And then my buddy Terry acquired this one from a yard sale in 1995. And then I got a hold of it. Trucks and wheels are long gone, but what I do with this is I do some balance board practice with it, basically. So I took that skateboard deck, a piece of 2.5, 3-inch PVC. Now, I wouldn't exactly recommend it in flip-flops, but flip-flops are the shoe of the evening. Yeah, and so basically, we just sit here and do balancing. They do sell setups like this. It's actually more of an oval board, and they're usually wood, and they're rather expensive. So you can make your own if you were to go like a thrift shop. You don't even need a pro level skateboard. You can use a generic skateboard. Take the trucks and wheels off. Get yourself a piece of PVC. You can work on your balance. So that is a quick layout of my home gym. The next thing on my list are going to be 20-pound octagon rubber coated dumbbells, because a lot of the daily cardio requires you to do push-ups from your dumbbells. I have round ones, they roll. So usually what I do, sadly, is I will use my old 15-pound. I use my old 15-pound octagons, which worked. They kicked my ass, but I want 20 pounds, obviously. So the next 2 things I want to get are 20-pound octagon rubber dumbbells, and then I need to take a trip over to Rural King or Tractor Supply and get me a horse stall mat to put in here, so that when I put my weights down, they don't hurt my concrete. So yeah, that's it.
This has been a Digital 410 production.